Hello, all you beautiful people. How are you doing? I wanted to talk a little bit about the astrology in October. I do have a whole video on the astrology of Libra season that I've already done, but I did want to highlight a really important factor in Libra season that I keep hearing about, dealing with, and having clients talk to me about. And so I wanted to share a little bit with you all because I think it will really help you to understand Libra season a little more. And I did talk about this a little bit, but I want to give an example or a couple examples of couples that I've worked with in the past and how Libra season plays into that all. And I am now I have been, but I took a break from doing couples astrological healing sessions. So that link is in my profile if you want to just schedule. Hi, Holly. Hi, Cheergram. I don't know what your first name is, but so if you are wanting to schedule just a one-on-one, I stopped doing that for a while. Hi, LaTwinkle. I did stop doing just like a la carte healing astrological sessions, but I am back doing it in October only. November and December are going to be closed, and specifically for what I'm working on for 2021, which we'll see. I'll probably not be doing just one-time readings, one-time healing sessions. I just prefer to work with people over time. Christine, how are you? So I did want to talk about relationships in Libra season because it's huge. And Libra is a really unique sign, zodiac sign, because it is a masculine sign. It's an air sign. All air signs are masculine, but its ruler is Venus, very feminine. So it has within it that contrast and that balance of the masculine and feminine. And something that I really notice when I'm working with couples, kind of my big surprise in that is, and maybe this is because I'm triple fire, triple masculine. Yes, I hope you're doing well. Is that oftentimes a woman will request to work with me and do a couples reading together, because it's typically women who are like, this will help us, and I want to know more. But what I notice right away typically is that the woman wants to be seen in her struggle. The woman wants to be acknowledged and seen, and I totally get that, and I have that feeling as well. However, what surprises all of us in that session is that it's typically the man that needs to have his feminine witnessed by another, and that there's not a lot of space for that in our culture at all. And so it surprises typically all of us, not so much me anymore, but especially the woman in that relationship. And all of a sudden you see her compassion coming online for his struggle. And one of the, like this little story that I want to tell, and this has happened quite a few times to me, is that right away I'll feel a resonance with that man's journey. He's in a masculine form right now. But what I bear witness to and see in him is his struggle with the feminine. And like in this one instance in particular, the man sat down and right away, like I could see him as a witch in a past life, like this wise witch in the community that they all like, were like, nope, you can't be here. We're going to kill you. And just me reflecting, a different, emotional stance with that. And of course I'm giving like a brief description, but just reflecting that back to him, like, this is what I see. Do you think there's anything like energetically that's still alive in that? And he just, starts crying. And for a woman to be able to be seen in a relationship, but also to be able to see her partner, is for both people in that relationship to have a balance between their masculine and feminine within themselves, right? And so this is something that we go in a lot with the healing, because here's what I want to tell you, is that when you look at a birth chart, you get a lot of information about the elements. So fire and air are masculine, earth and water are feminine. if we have a man come in to do a chart reading that has a ton of earth and water in his chart, typically he's unmet in the society in his feminine, right? And even if a man comes in and he has tons of fire and air, there's going to be an aspect to him that hasn't been seen and valued in his feminine as well. But when we're working with couples, this is something that I often remind people, is that we all have these elements. Hi, elements intuitive. We all have these elements in our chart that really give us a unique perspective and where we're coming forward with our masculine or with our feminine, and how astrology can be the language and the understanding about where we maybe need to be recognized more, where we need to be seen more, and where we need to do more. So typically what I experience working with couples is the woman comes in. There's nothing wrong with this. The woman comes in and she wants the man to do more, to like be more in his masculine, to do more for her or to show up more for her. And what I want to reflect is that just by that desire and almost that demand or that focus on what he's not doing, it's creating this contrast in how much he wants to show up, right? And so one of the things that my work can really help with is just bearing witness to each other and each other's strengths and weaknesses, and to see them as not a personal attack, but more of a personal formulation of how, by understanding our partner and understanding their makeup, we can have more compassion for each other, and then we can work together as a team, because we come together as a couple so that we can build on each other's strengths and fortify each other's weaknesses, not to, right, demand more from each other. So one of the things that I notice is just by bearing witness to him in his feminine emotional feelings, once he feels seen in that way, then he actually wants to do more, right? But we don't want to be with someone who's just doing and not feeling, sensing, being, right? So likewise, we can't expect that from our partner. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, because Libra season brings relationship issues up to the forefront of our mind, relationship to the self, of course, first, and then relationship to each other as a mirror reflection of the work that needs to be done. And if we were in relationship with each other and it was super easy, super blissful forever, we wouldn't have anything to gain from that relationship, right? When things are easy, I always talk about this with trines in a chart. If you have a bunch of trines in your chart, it's ease, but that ease can also be boring. That ease can also be lazy or effortless. And so we want to have challenges with our partner, because that's what initiates our growth and that's what initiates our potential. However, when we're viewing our partner as our problem or our issue, or if they would just, then we aren't able to do the work necessary. So part of why I love working with couples is that when you can bear witness to each other's essence, your soul essence, who you came here to be, who you didn't come here to be, right? Like who you're just never going to be, that frees you up to be who you're meant to be and to see each other in the partnership as who we truly are without seeing it as a personal attack. One of the things that I also love to do with either individuals or couples is a Jungian activity that I learned that has helped me a ton in my personal life. It is a way of understanding shadow in relationships and how to dissolve it immediately. And this is something that I just did with a client. I haven't done it in a while because it just hasn't come in, but it worked so effortlessly and effectively that I would love to share it with you all. So if you're interested in working with me, check out the link in my profile. I am, like I said, doing couples readings. I stopped just doing them in, a one-time thing, and I'm offering them for October only. I'll be closing one-on-one, just a la carte, just work with me once sessions. I'll be closing that in November and December and preparing for 2021. I'm really excited to launch a year-long program that I'm doing in 2021 that I'll talk about later. But I wanted to offer this because Libra season is the time to do it before before we get into the intensity of Scorpio season. So we want to, while the sun, our consciousness, is in balance and justice and peace, we want to do the deeper shadow, intense healing work so that when we get to Scorpio season and holiday season, it doesn't all explode in your face and in your family and in your home. So if you're interested in working with me, reach out, or if you have questions. So I'm doing individual and couples readings in October. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and let me know, type it in the chat if you have any questions or if this helped you in any way. Take care.